All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the China Major Qualifiers here. We got Forward Gaming taking on J.Storm. This is the North American region, of course. And we're jumping over to Group B. Sorry I was misinformed initially. My apologies, but we are going to be casting now in the Group B. We're actually casting the upper bracket finals of Group B. The winner of this advances onto the playoffs, and as we've been mentioning, 3 of these 8 teams ultimately qualify for the major. So you get to the playoffs, then all of a sudden it's down to 4 teams. Quick math says that's it's pretty good odds, 75% even, some may say. So point is, series victory here, pretty big deal. And Forward Gaming and J.Storm, we'll see what happens. I'm BreakyCPK, going to be joined by Elevated once again. This should be a pretty good series, man. Obviously 2 quality teams going at it.
Yeah, both of these guys were at the major recently. And, you know, J.Storm actually, they surprised a couple teams. Didn't they get 1 or 2 rounds into it? I forget who they beat. They beat...
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, so I was hoping you knew.
I gotta go look. It's gonna bother me. But they beat a pretty good team. I think they beat was it Aster? I think they beat Aster at Kuala Lumpur.
They did. Yeah, and then they lost to Fnatic 2-1 in a best of 3. So.
Yep. Yeah, so J.Storm, they were a major team. Forward Gaming, a major team as well. And most people would consider these the 2 and 3 right behind EG in North America.
Grimstroke.
Ooh, we got a Grimstroke opening, as well as a Brewmaster, by the way. That's a very strong opening, it feels like, as of late. But, again, we're not only jumping from region to region, which naturally is going to be a little bit different play style, but with the patch just coming out, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's just going to be continuing adaptation. We saw Skywrath made both games last game, and again, earlier today in Europe, it's crazy. But Brewmaster Grimstroke getting plenty of change, or Brewmaster more so getting plenty of changes. Grimstroke has proven to be a very strong support option as well. But then Magnus on the other side is a first pick potential.
Oracle, interesting.
Oracle second pick, yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, one interesting thing is, I mean, there's a bunch of interesting things to talk about. So first of all, Forward Gaming bans out the Phoenix. That's not a ban that we've seen for a while. Prioritizing the Phoenix and the Lone Druid, another hero seen banned out very much. J.Storm goes with more standard ones that we've seen a lot of. Dazzle, Io, of course, and PA seems to be getting banned a lot. I think the hero has like a 75% win rate right now across all regions in the major qualifiers.
It's pretty good.
But this Oracle pick, I wonder, it seems like this is probably the response to the Brew Grimstroke, perhaps even just the response to Grimstroke in general. I believe that you can dispel the Inkswell with, oh god, Fortune's End? Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, Fortune's End is the Purge, yes.
Yeah, so seems like a pretty decent counter to Grimstroke in the laning stage, and as the game progresses, you can stop a lot of his magic damage. I don't know if it dispels the Phantom. I would imagine it probably does, but I don't know if that's a debuff. It might just be a unit. Regardless, this is a hero. People have been looking for a counter to Grimstroke. Maybe Oracle's it. We'll see.
Yeah, and that's the thing too with the Fortune's End. Exactly how that or not the Fortune's End. Sorry, the False Promise, the ultimate. And I suppose so it wouldn't obviously. It's not like he's on his team or anything like that. So actually, that's really interesting. If he was on his team. No,
you can't soul bind
your See, I'm getting ahead of my. I'm trying to think of this really funny interaction, but yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. Never mind. Grimstroke, man. Okay, I'm not thinking too much about that, but yeah, the Oracle. I think you hit it on the head as far as the Fortune's End and the Purge and everything coming into play. So, Fate's Edict, no doubt, can also still just be a powerful tool too. We'll see how they make use of it here. J.Storm, though, the third pick, still needing that strong core option, and right now it is hard to guess, what direction teams are going to go in when it comes to
They really prioritize banning out these strong physical damage carries. Lark, Monkey King, PA. You go with the Spirit Breaker, a March Classic, and something that sounds pretty nasty when you pair it with a Grimstroke. Inkswell on top of a charge sounds like a really, really dirty me.
Well, there is also that Darkseer still on the board. Now, they do have Brewmaster, but they could do like a safe lane brew.
We have seen it before, and remember that Moo is a off-lane player who has transitioned to carry over a year or so. So I know that Brew is definitely in his hero pool. and something that
team pick.
Who was it? Somebody in SEA, I think, was running as a core recently as well.
Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, I can't say off the top of my head who it was, but again, with the changes to the hero, how he works, and maybe that's something to think about. But Puck for now is going to be happening, and Puck pretty good against Spirit Breaker. It's kind of a response to that, you could say. I suppose the phase shift in general going to be a solid ability this game.
Remaining.
Yeah, it's a hero that is slowly coming back into the meta. Obviously, it was pretty dumpster tier for a good amount of time, but got some nice buffs. Has really, really strong talents. I think 90 damage at 15, I believe, is what it is now, which sounds pretty absurd on a hero like Puck, who tends to be a pretty aggressive fighting hero.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one's a spell amp, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like one of the other.
15% is one of the highest spell amps in the entire game as well, if not the highest.
Yeah, you mentioned the stats, and actually that got me curious. I pulled up some stats myself. I happen to see Puck here is 9-3 right now in the qualifier. So only been seeing 12 times. This is amongst all regions and everything. So again, take it how you will. But 9-3, very good record, of course. Another hero that's up there, by the way, well, first off, Brewmaster. He's 67% win percentage, and he's 46 games, which is actually one of the most played heroes right now. So it's pretty good. But then right in front of him, actually, is Phantom Assassin. 71% win percentage at 44 games. That is insane. So, yeah, we are starting to see that hero, especially now banned
Radiant team pick.
No surprise here.
And the Moo Terrorblade comes out again. He played this hero probably in 80% of his games last patch, so feeling very comfortable on the hero. And, you know, as we've talked about in some previous casts, it's not like Terrorblade really got nerfed very hard. Yes, he does have the ability to have his thunder blocked by BKB now, but at the end of the day, really not that big of a deal. And most of the other heroes just got buffed around him. But Terrorblade's still 100% a viable carry, and perhaps even the strongest late game carry in the game still.
Oh yeah, definitely an argument for that. Forward gaming, again, do they want maybe a little even more physical, or excuse me, magical damage as a result of the Terrorblade? We'll see, but obviously Puck can do plenty already. Need somebody to still take advantage of the Magnus and power for sure. They probably are going to pick another support here, though. Save that for the last pick, of course. The safe lane hero of Yawar, you'd probably figure. Resolution going to be on the Puck this game.
Resolution on the Puck? No way.
Why not?
That's not a Resolution hero. Resolution's going to play the farm for sure.
Is he? Is he been playing the one for them?
Yeah, Rez has been the one.
He has been the one. Okay.
Yawar's the mid.
For some reason, I thought it was a mid. Okay. All right. I swear I'm not focusing on any other game right now. Just totally focusing all on Dota. Phantom Lancer. Okay, so again, we thought we were past this, but it's becoming very clear that we're not necessarily past this. Terrorblade and Phantom Lancer are still two very relevant heroes. And
yeah, PL's like, oh no, my illusions take 50 damage, 100%. Really not a big difference at all.
10 seconds remaining.
So still fine.
5 seconds
and
remaining.
Interesting though, because that, unless they plan to run a support Puck, I guess they definitely could do.
Radiant.
I believe I've seen MSS play that before, so it definitely is possible. That's a good point.
Or else they're setting up for a final. Well, they banned Tinker. Interesting. So yeah, they're seeing through them right here, thinking that they're still going to final pick a mid hero.
Very interesting. That'll be pretty cool.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, what would that mid hero be at that point?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, unless there's a 4 hero that really comes to mind here that would be the obvious choice, then it probably is going to end up being a 4 Puck.
Let's see. Well, you are. You want to be careful against the Spirit Breaker. So heroes that don't really care about Spirit Breaker ganking them so much, maybe like a DK, Marana, both heroes you are plays quite a bit. Pugna is another hero that we've seen picked up against Terrorblade a lot. And he's pretty fast, doesn't really care about getting ganked so much. Those are the 3 that come to mind off the top of my head.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Pugna feels good.
They do have to pick first,
5
so
seconds
they may pick
remaining.
something that doesn't really have very strong, like the DK, since Monkey King is banned out.
Wait, what about Huskar? It's,
With the Oracle, I mean,
yeah.
there isn't a lot of burst damage on the side of J.Storm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a UR hero. Could be an interesting option.
Yeah. Just trying to think more, yeah, something, especially if it's going to be core magic focused. You have a PL to really take advantage of the Empower, so you don't necessarily need to worry about that, albeit really, obviously, any hero can ultimately benefit from it. I'm looking at the hero list now, and yeah, nothing else is really screaming at me.
They tend to pick UR something pretty stable in the mid lane and just kind of play like a 4 protect 1 around resolution. For the most part, that's been their style. I don't really expect them to change it up just based on the players that they have.
Dire team pick.
And there's the Pugna.
Do go for the Pugna.
I do like that. It gives them a lot more tower push than they had before. PL, not the greatest tower pusher. Neither is Magnus. So it does mean that we are going to see the MSS Puck. And I'm excited for this lineup.
No, but
even though there is a PL terribly.
Yeah, that's an issue still. But as you're mentioning, though,
5
again, they don't
remaining.
have the final pick, so now J.Storm seeing the Pugna, they could appropriately.
Yeah, they go like Zeus, maybe. I don't know. Not that good against Oracle, but pretty good against everybody else.
Actually, what about like a Venomancer here? I was waiting for
You may
that
now
to work.
select your heroes.
I was like, is this my chance to shine? No, it's Dragonite.
DK is a good option. He's pretty good against PL, actually, with the splash attack, especially since that was changed to be a bigger AoE now. And, yeah, seems like a pretty solid lineup from J.Storm.
Both sides. And the support Puck, though. The supporting duo for Forward Gaming is what really stands out. The Oracle and Puck, just not your typical combo of heroes. Now, the thing they are lacking is crowd control. They do not have very good CC at all. In fact, they don't have any stuns outside of RP and, I guess, Drinko Break, so big ultimates. And then they have roots besides that, so.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they don't really have the best initiation either until
5
MSS
seconds
gets a Blink
remaining.
Tiger, which could be a little bit. So you are right. I actually probably would prefer J.Storm's lineup. They have good team fight with the Brew. They've got initiation with the Spirit Breaker and Grimstroke. So I am curious to see how this Forward Gaming lineup actually comes together, because awkward supporting duo.
Yeah, that Grimstroke, going back to the other side, Grimstroke and Spirit Breaker, the Inkswell man on that Spirit Breaker, that sounds deadly, running at you. So they're going to be taking advantage of that, I'm sure, and probably part of the strategy, and it is a March specialty. It goes back to that as well. Picked up the Spirit Breaker. But this is game one, guys, of a best of 3. Again, the Group B winner bracket finals. J.Storm had to go to a game 3 against Team, who took them the distance. And in game 3, it's, from what I could tell, that they did have fairly good control overall, but still going the distance. So looking forward to seeing Team more of them, as they'll face Zugzwang now, the team that was defeated by Forward Gaming. Those are your 4 teams out of Group B. Yeah, well, I mean, some of the players. You got Annihilate, Gunnar, Bloody Nine, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, Lukey. I know him.
Lukey. Pangolier spammer.
Yeah, that guy. Did he play? Let me see. Did he play Pango? He played Pango, yes. Second game.
That is too
Of course.
Prepare for
Yeah, that new. I wonder a player like that, high level spammer of a hero like Pango, like getting their opinion on the changes. I wonder if he likes them or hates them.
Oh, on the
Swashbuckle.
seems better.
Oh no, the
to
Heart
me,
Piercer. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem better to me, but it is kind of weird that sometimes it's a silence, sometimes it's a silent.
Yeah.
Not sure which
Funky.
one it's going to be ever.
Anywho. All right, into the laning phase we go. Oracle get its vision down early. 4 heroes down here for J.Storm right now. Like to invade the jungle. Got Resolution says hello. So how are they going to lay in this? It'll be It's going to be the Grimstroke with the Brewmaster down here, or Forev is acting as if he might go elsewhere,
30
actually.
seconds to battle.
So they're Terrorblading down here. So yeah, Moo's going to be down here for now.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing the return of the aggro tri-lane, which does make some sense since you are more able to leave somebody alone. And here's the Inkswell charge.
Yep. Obviously, he doesn't have any bash yet, so it's not going to be a kill. But you get an idea. They're just showing it off. They're like, this is a taste of things to come.
It's like, hey, SVG, guess what you have to look forward to for the
Resolution, he's going to take some damage here. He doesn't have anything yet. He's holding it. Inkswell's in a couple seconds. They're not going to go for it. He's heading top, though, which obviously J.Storm sees. And, yeah, Terrorblade, he's already going top. He's like, yeah, you're not getting away from me that easy.
The musical lane starts, and we've got Bryle and playing their own game of one-on-one. The rest of their team tries to figure the game.
March camping here in the middle lane. He is going to go on by. No courier snipe to be had. It's not being sent out. The Dire Courier is being held right now, but nothing to be afraid of. It's okay, Bryle. You'll get your salve.
This is an awkward-looking lane. It kind of looks like a pub. You got Puck and Lancer in the off lane together. Why not?
And then a Terrorblade Brewmaster. Like, well, what is happening? This is the winter bracket finals for Group B in the major qualifier. What is 7.2? 7.20 ruin the game, let me tell you. Well, this is new Dota. That's what it is. And it's great, honestly. It really is. Been having fun with it.
Yeah, the game does feel quite fresh, and as you can see, the pros are happy to experiment.
Yeah. MSS putting in the attacks and harassing as much as possible. But clearly, again, J.Storm made this decision to man up now. It is interesting because Brewmaster is staying up here for now.
Yeah, that is Forev, the 3.
It's as if they're kind of waiting, you know, who's going to TP first is really what this is about. And right now, that neither one is blinking, basically. And so Forev is soaking up experience, and it's a little awkward. You mentioned Grimstroke's getting the solo experience share to the bottom lane. I guess that's okay. But it's okay, yeah. Finally, Brewmaster is going to TP.
Yeah, it was a little game of chicken about who's going to lane. And, you know, it's all right. We've seen the support Brewmaster before, so it's not like it's the most awkward of things.
But he is at the bottom lane now. Grimstroke goes back to his appropriate role of playing support here. As Brewmaster, though, as soon as he comes into the lane, immediate harassment starts from the Oracle. And Magnus, he is under-leveled, of course, already. Obviously soaking up experience or sharing experience at that top lane. Even a couple heroes at a time. So Magnus having that advantage. Level 2 Shockwave. We've seen some good damage coming out.
How's the mid lane going? Yep, pretty standard. Just trading farm, shoving the wave into each other's face. And both heroes looking to put early pressure on the towers if they can get the wave across the river, which might be pretty difficult.
Yeah, these strength mid-cores, feels like across the board they definitely got a bit of a buff. Hold the thought, because MSS being charged in, he already used his jaunt. This will be over in 5 more seconds, so he will be fine. But with the bracer change as far as the magic resistance, we're seeing a lot of these matches where it's like a DK or Kunkka versus, you know, a Pugna, obviously in this case. And the magic resistance definitely helps out quite a bit from said bracers.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I don't know what to think about this puck. He's against a very, very tanky Spirit Breaker, and of course Terrorblade, who has 13 armor at level 3.
Illusory Orb, yeah, that's first blood. I saw it off cooldown, just waiting for it. And then the taunt on top of that. These guys all know each other. Well, what do you think now?
I'm not quite sure why March took so much harass before TPing.
Yeah, he underestimated there for sure. Oh, Milan, they get to kill the bottom lane as SVG. Looks like that Stroke of Fate has now been leveled up.
Yeah, big burst from that. A crit plus Thunderclap plus Stroke of Fate. Dead Oracle, who has not leveled up his magic immunity yet.
Yeah, second point of Purifying Flames. More heal, good damage from it as well. Even a last hit with it if need be. They're going to go after the Grimstroke. Or so just kind of scare them off of what they believe is their jungle. J.Storm has something to say about that, though. Cancel that. Yep, it goes through both of the Shockwave and the Stork of Fate into one another. Fortune's End, it's going to root him in place. Skewer back. Yep, bringing out back. Nice Inkswell defensively. It hits them both. And he's going to do some damage to the Oracle right here. Almost as if he expected Brewmaster to come over, but either way, he is fine. He's got those boots. Oh, they're going back in. Man, he is buying a lot of space, I guess, but if he dies, of course, I don't know if it's worth it, and he is going to die. Purifying Flames doing plenty of damage.
Yeah, they do get both of the bounties down there, however, so I believe they went 3 for 4 on the bounty runes. I think Grimstroke's okay with that. He's going to bring the Sage's Mask to Forev here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I guess with the bounty rune does make it worth it in the end, like you said, kind of playing that courier. There you go, buddy. The Brewmaster was farming during a lot of that too. Middle lane. Wrapping around Oracle. Gonna go for the play. He needs Purifying Flames now with the Decrep. I don't know if it hit in time actually, but either way, it's not gonna be a kill. Yeah, didn't fit. I think again that goes back to the bracers really. It's some decent magic resist and just the stats from it. No chance. Bottom lane. Phantom's Embrace is up, but Magnus a little too beefy. Pops the South, he's good.
Yeah, this is something that we've just kind of seen. The game seems to have shifted a little bit more back to the harass style lanes that we saw a couple patches ago, where people just show up lane with lots of regen, lots of heals. As I say that.
March going pretty deep. Oracle there for the save though, and there for the turn. No save even necessary. The Dire team realized it was when it was too late. And because of that die from March, they end up getting their Brewmaster killed. A couple times we've seen that overstepping a little bit.
Just trying to push their limits a little bit too far. Forward with a 1k lead, 6 minutes in so far. And Terrorblade has been left alone in the top lane.
How left alone? Well, he's silenced up by Puck right now, but... Oh, left alone from a support. That's what you mean. I'm like sitting here, well, there's 2 heroes up here against him, so... But yeah, no, March has just been roaming around quite a bit. So yeah, good point. It's 31 and 8. His CS isn't horrible, but they definitely need this March Spear Breaker to make some plays elsewhere. And he's trying to on a puck in the middle lane, but now he's in trouble. He's dead. No Dragon Tail stun. He used it to initiate. So again, it's like we know he's played this hero so much, but it just seems like he keeps overestimating the damage he's going to be putting out, etc.
Yeah, kind of forcing things. It looks like they're kind of forcing things. Moo rotates to the bottom lane. He's going to kill off SPG.
Maybe?
So.
Yes, he will. Charge coming in. They don't have a stopper, do they? TP's out. Smart play.
Yep. And good rotation. They need to get Moo out of this top lane. Get him actively pressuring somewhere else. They're going to buy him a little bit more space. Probably ward up this shrine area so he can farm these camps and then farm this dire triangle. He wasn't getting nearly enough out of the top lane.
Well, are going to pick up an Invis rune that just happened to spawn right here. He's anticipating it. Bottom lane. Is that an RP? It sure was. Got them both in place. Grimstroke goes down to March. Once again, a bit overextended. However, he gets the charge off, and he will be fine. Fortune's End. I thought I heard the channel. Either way, it wouldn't have been a kill. So, going a little too deep there again. And the RP from Magnus came through. Top lane. Is he in trouble with the Pugna here? He definitely is. He did not see him initially. Of course, that Invis rune, as I mentioned earlier, coming into play. And the TP continued. Milan deciding to go for it. Another bold decision right here, but now Milan going to take some good return damage. Awar getting low. Spearbreaker charges in. The Phantom's Embrace with the silence doing work and get the kill on Pugna. So it does work out. And that Phantom's Embrace now silence applied to Resolution. He has to kill it. Doppelganger. And he's going back in on a March right now. He also has his support with Oracle. But that will be the end of it. So they do turn on the Pugna at least.
This is really interesting. We see that Milan is maxing out the Phantom's Embrace. We've seen people max Stroke of Fate. We've also seen people max Inkswell. So lots of variation. I mean, the silence makes a lot of sense against a PL and a Puck and a Magnus for that matter.
I think the 3 is that sweet spot. Attacks to destroy being 9.
Yep, getting that extra hit required.
So,
it is really weird how they say it's 9 attacks, but then hero attacks count as 3.
Yeah, that is odd. So it's really just that one extra attack, exactly 2 and then 3. But still, that is like an added value as middle lane Pugna is going to get some more damage into the mid tower, and they're going to smoke. They were not seen. I thought that was no, that's the Radiant Ward. So yeah, they definitely were not seen, and they're going to head right towards the top lane. Right now it's just Spirit Breaker, so not the greatest kill if they were to find him, but Grimstroke could be another one. And they're going to walk uphill, while the Phantom's Embrace comes out in time with the sides, and there's a Soulbind now. Here comes Dragon Knight. Double stun. He's not going to stun either way. They both are going to fall. The double charge. Yeah, that looked fun. They do take out one. Luster Yorba away, however, and MSS at least will survive for now. Earn is applied again. Stroke of Fate. He's going to cancel, and Milan, yeah. That was a little scary.
Radiant's middle tower
is good,
under
though.
Attack.
That timing on the Phantom's Embrace was perfect. Without that perfect timing, I mean, he's probably dead himself.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Terrorblade rotates to the mid lane. He's kind of playing the Pugna role here. Just every time meta's up, he's going to take a tier 1 tower. And yeah, that was a little awkward. It seemed like they were trying to claim an objective, but then they decided they were maybe wrap on mid, but a little awkward communication perhaps from Forward Gaming.
No.
Triple Null Talisman on Pugna. Does have the 8th lens queued up, though. Spirit Breaker looking for his next target. Only level 4 currently. Still trying to pick up that Nether Strike, at least. I love the name of that ability, Bulldoze.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's pretty badass. He's setting up middle lane as if they want to go in. TP even from Grimstroke, but Fatesita comes out. They do not have a false promise. He's not level 6 yet. Soulbind not going to connect. It finally does, though. Got close enough, and he's silenced. Not just yet. The stun happens. SVG cannot save him, though. Not enough of the heal. They do take out the Grimstroke in response. The RP catches down Spirit Breaker, not the Dragon Knight, however. And don't tell me he's getting out. Oh, he's getting out. Wow. The RP ultimately gets 0 kills. Hell of an escape.
Not the Blink Dagger reveal. Universe getting very close to that. First RP nets nothing. And J.Storm happy with the chaos that they're creating. It's exactly how they want to. Buying a lot of space for this Terrorblade, who tends to come online a little bit sooner than PL as far as being able to actually push objectives. So I think they're happy with the pace of this game right now. They're not falling too far behind. And TB is top net worth at the moment.
And he is feeling pretty good. That Dragonlance, or I guess, is he going to Yasha, actually? What is on the courier? It is going to be Yasha. Okay. Going to Yasha. But the Diffusal Blade for Phantom Lancer being worked on, and as you expect, resolution. Well, certainly finding his room to farm. Middle lane. Spirit Breaker's charging. You see this ward will spot Puck coming in. So March immediately going to turn around, pop Bulldoze, and run. However, the Crep still hits, drain life, and the Skewer right back here. For the kill. So made him pay for going all the way.
Good rotation by Universe. Looks like they may set up to try and finish off this tier 1. Oh, Noir is headed to the top lane.
Gonna come here instead. Want to get the tier 1 at the top. SVG was meanwhile farming it out. He is level 6 now, so of course has False Promise ready to be used.
All of us.
Brewmaster, I don't think we've seen a Primal split yet, but yeah, Forev also going to Vlad's. I guess this is one of those heroes again where you may expect to see it, but oh my god, that damage.
Okay.
Yeah, Decrep with those Purifying Flames maxed out. Holy shnikes.
Well, Vlad doesn't help against magic damage.
Under attack.
There's a lot of it on the side of Forward Gaming.
Are fortified.
Yeah, so kind of looking at that actually. maybe the Hood of Defiance wouldn't have been a bad choice here. He wants more of that sturdy item build early on.
Yeah, they currently don't have any Hood building up at all. There's a Grimstroke does have a cloak building towards. Oh, resolution goes down.
Yeah, I was watching that actually. That was just very well executed by J.Storm, honestly. Meanwhile, down here, Moo gets caught though. Soulbind is up. double silence, but they're just going to kill the Phantom's Embrace. Here comes DK, the double stun right before the Soulbind wears off, but still not the most damage. He has a false promise, worst case. So both the cores on either side are dead. They want to still make this fight happen. Another one in the backlands, also zapping people left and right. False promise on himself from SVG, puts the Purge on to MSS right there, getting him out, but they lose Pugna. Now MSS, he's going to take the Dragon Tail stun, cannot save him, facing accused on himself, and down goes Puck. So 3 for 1 works out for J.Storm as they kept pursuing.
Yeah, this DK is incredibly tanky right now, and he's happy to just be right in the mix of. And that was our first Brewmaster split to good success.
Yeah.
Gold for me.
A blink for Brewmaster. It's also going to be worked on, so still a little bit away, of course, but 700 gold saved up. Get in there. And how about this build on DK? He's thinking about going to Radiance, and pretty good against Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, Bryle's off to a very good start. He's third net worth, already has the Blink Dagger complete, opting not to go for a bunch of bracers, and he's going to head right into high impact teamfight item.
Mere coin.
I see I must resign
Suppose every little bit helps when you don't have the best wave clear on your.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that the Soulbind used several times this game, and it's not like the biggest abilities ever. It's not like Double Doom or anything like that, but even just, again, these single target stuns, the Phantom's Embrace himself is, of course, great synergy with that Soulbind, and it's been doing work, so props to Milan.
Yeah, that bouncing charge is pretty cool.
Yeah.
As well. Charges into one, charges into the other. That could be a lot of stuns if there's people in between as well.
That looked funny, actually, yeah. I honestly wouldn't even thought that's how it works, but apparently it does. Manta style almost finished for Moo on the other side. As MSS, he's working on his blink too, so we're going to start seeing that appear on either team. Magnus going to try to go right into the Guardian Greaves next as soon as possible, but of course first that mech we'll need to take care of. Changing it up to a BKB now, by the way, on Dragonite, that is.
Okay.
So maybe the Radiance would just take a little bit too long, you think?
Yeah, most likely. Probably recognizing that they have a pretty good timing that they can hit here before Resolution. Did just finish that Fusel Blade. He's still quite a ways away from the Manta style, and I mean, something that we kind of touched on is that the team fight it's okay from Forward Gaming, but it's really not that strong. They have the RP, they have the Dream Coil, but other than that, they're kind of just running around, you know, hitting people with the PL and Oracle throwing in some heals. So maybe feeling like this DK can just buy a BKB and they can just run down a lane with the Terrorblade hitting towers and force some fights.
And again, the lack of crowd control in general already from the Radiant team. Now with that BKB, he will be, I guess, not 100% unstoppable, but yeah, you get the point. He's feeling very good about his chances. But Resolution, not only, again, taking advantage of just knowing how to farm on the map, but he has that Empower buff. The Diffusal, Yasha finish, he's working on his own Manta. And that is showing he's going to try to make a play at the top lane instead of just push it out as Grimstoke falls back before too much happens. Spirit Breaker's been farming away a bit now, though, too. He's got his double bracer, so the likelihood of him dying now when he charges in, that with his bulldoze is a little bit less. It's going to feel pretty good.
Yep, blink complete on the Brew as well. Curious to see what he goes for next. Probably more Aura, maybe the Pipe. We'll see.
Ooh, he's found the RP, locks him down. No chance at a reaction. They smoked in their own jungle, and it completely caught Moo off guard, despite having teammates kind of nearby, pushing bottom. Ferev's out. But yeah, they got what they came for already with the Terrorblade kill.
Everyone else gets out, but that's obviously a pretty big pickoff. Highest net worth hero on the side of Dire. Resolution has very much accelerated.
Yeah, that was a nice read there by the Radiant team, really. Again, this ward actually came down after the fact, but the point is that the smoke play in the first place, they saw them kind of pushing bottom lane. I think the goal was to, you know, wrap around here and kind of flank them, but they'll gladly take the Terrorblade that was just farming a couple jungle camps before he joined the team. Again, the timing just happened to be perfect, so well played by Forward.
Yep. And Brew has the Radiance queued up now. DK probably going to go BKB something like a Mjolnir, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, that was probably the discussion. We were talking about how he'll just end up getting it later on, if anything. Oh, Bryle, he blinked away, avoided the skewer even. Universe going in, again, no RP to be used. Meanwhile, the ulti onto Pugna from Spear Breaker, and they secure both kills, and now they're going to take the tower. Bryle's reaction initially was pretty.
Big plays from the DK, and they're going to go right into Roche now. They have meta.
Why not? Free Roshan kill at this point, it feels like.
Phantom Lancer. It kind of goes back to that. All right, if they don't have the RP, they basically cannot on forward gaming. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, even when you think about that, if he lands that skewer, what's going to happen? I mean, with the Pugna there, I suppose, but as they catch Oracle, by the way, in the middle lane, he has False Promise. He cannot get it off in time, though. And they kill Roshan in the meantime, so you can just tell momentum feeling pretty good for J.Storm. But yeah, I just don't know if they were actually even going to kill the DK is the point. Looking back at it.
Yes, especially that target in particular. Pretty tough ask to be able to burst him down.
Still have Phantom Lancer, though. Resolution, Manta-style finish, and now he has that heart queued up next. And as we know, that's where things can start shifting a bit. All of a sudden, PL and his illusions even become pretty difficult to kill. However,
BKB almost complete on Terrorblade as well.
And DK finished his. Yep, he's got 10 seconds good to go. Shadow Blade queued up next for him. Thinking about it at least.
Dire's top tower
March
is under
getting
attack.
that third bracer.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, the recipe. There you go. Incompletes now. Trying to get level 10 as well. Wonder if does he get the night vision or goes the armor? Yeah, level 10. This game armor doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot, actually.
No. Yeah, it's hard to say. I feel like night vision is just very useful, especially since he's the only one that really has buff. And you know, this is March. He likes to be in front of his team, dying for them, so it might work out. He has an Ags queued up. Interesting.
I mean, okay. Get that 20-second cooldown going on and bash him like crazy in the radius there. So
yeah, the extra bash radius is pretty good against the likes of a PL.
I guess that, yeah, I didn't think about that. If he had Magnus on his team, though, that'd be amazing. RP into the AoE Nether Strike, but no, that could be fun to see. It's obviously a pipe dream right now. It's still a bit away. They smoked on the Dire side, and they were not seen. Arcane Rune going to be picked up along the way, and that also not seen, so not giving away information, although Terrorblade, I guess, isn't smoked up. Now there's DK, so they're trying to bait here.
Yeah, they don't have the lanes in the best possible spot, so it's a little hard for them to really accomplish anything. Maybe more of like a warding, scouting smoke, just repositioning themselves around this tier 2, but not really set up properly to actually take a tower yet.
This is a game that's really not had a massive lead. You look at the net worth chart, our biggest lead has been barely over 2,000 on either side, so very, very even. We continue to be, it seems like the pace right now favoring J.Storm, but again, they're kind of in that spot of if they don't do something really big in the next 5 to 10 minutes especially, then all of a sudden Phantom Lancer is a massive issue, no doubt, in this game. But then at the same time, you have a Terrorblade, so I don't know what to make. It's that classic chess match, I suppose, and have to let the players play it out in the end. But
Resolution being charged. Gonna TP out.
Oh,
the stun.
That is not working, good sir. He is dead.
Lots of lockdown.
Yeah, the Dire team's not lacking lockdown.
No.
Radiant is. Well, that'll slow him down a bit. And now J.Storm, it's what do they do with this, though? Push the top lane. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Try to get that tier 2 eventually. Again, they still have the Aegis on Terrorblade even for another minute plus.
Yeah, fairly slow moving as far as what they're actually... I'd like to see them get at least a tier 2 out of this kill on PL. But Moo kind of lagging behind his team. He doesn't really have any mana, so maybe not feeling so comfortable actually taking a fight.
Oh, charges through.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Trying
attack.
to catch up to the real Oracle, but can't do so. I think he ended up clicking on the wrong Oracle there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Obviously
Radiant's
invading the
middle
jungle,
tower is
though.
under attack.
As Phantom Lancer is going to be up in about 10 seconds, so they'll take out the mid-tier too, as mentioned. Maybe transition to the top after this, but either way,
Radiant's middle
getting plenty
tower
out of
is
this
falling.
already. Okay, March is over there.
Dire's bottom tower
Gets going for
is
the
under
bounty
attack.
rune, setting up. Yeah, 25 minutes is coming up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they go to the top lane instead.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just get the bounty runes and
Radiant's top
pressure
tower
this top
is
tier
under
2,
attack.
although
Bottom tower
Radiant
has
is going to
fallen.
be able to respond to this since they already have finished taking the tier 1 bottom.
You got Dragon Knight using that Shadow Amulet. Stealthed up. I think they might have seen, yeah, they're pinging out as if he might be doing this because obviously they have an observer ward here on the Radiant team. Which, okay, Soulbind initiation. Pugna and the Oracle are caught. The silence comes out. Now, he couldn't get the Primal Split off initially, got lifted up. There we go, finally. Oracle's going to be bursted down. Pugna being locked into the back of the spot. Moo's in trouble. MSS is on top, and Wood throws. There's so many freaking illusions, though. He centers one of them. He's going to go back to full life, but he's out of mana currently. He has to stand his ground. Resolution winning this battle for sure, especially with the assistance of MSS. Down goes Moo. Dragon Knight got there way too late. They killed Oracle, but obviously he fights back, and not the biggest kill of the century. Meanwhile, Puck, he threw out the Drain Coil. That was a little delayed. He got the blink off, but I don't think it's going to be the getaway that Ferev's hoping for. Out of mana now, and eventually going to chase him down.
Was unfortunate target selection. They prioritized going after Pugna and kind of left Moo completely on his own. He got burned out very quickly. The Aegis was reclaimed in the middle of that, so he just goes down once. No respawn for him.
That's true, yeah. They must have started that fight right as it got reclaimed. So that's something else maybe they overlooked a little bit too. But yeah, I agree. I mean, bursting down Oracle, obviously it kind of makes sense. Oracle's a huge target to try to get down off the bat, but it didn't happen as quickly as they hoped for. They had to overcommit to it. That's where we saw the response from the Radiant. And now they're pushing out middle lane. After the fact, level 20 on Phantom Lancer now too. Picks up that Phantom Rush range, and there's a heart that he has delivered.
Yeah, and now this is setting up to be the resolution show, as it often is when playing. He's in a pretty comfortable position. Obviously, he does have to worry about some lockdown. He might end. He's just going to go for a butterfly next. It looks like, probably feeling like he just won't get caught out again like he was in the Dire jungle that one time because of this ward.
Yeah,
it can be pretty hard to deal with him.
Well, that's it. You did have a perfect example too of that last fight out. And it, toe versus toe, 1 versus 1 like that, Phantom Lancer most certainly is feeling pretty good in that matchup. Like, Terrorblade's relying on his teammates to keep PL off of him, ideally in those team fights, of course. So, not the case there.
I almost feel like Terrorblade needs like a Mjolnir or something like that. They really just don't have any wave clear. Like nothing that's actually going to really deal with this PL at all.
In the hindsight, you kind of think about it, so maybe Brawl should have gone that Radiance because he has a BKB and a Shadow Blade now. He definitely would have had it by now, of course.
Yeah, Ferev's still a long ways away from completing that.
And yeah, Ferev was never really getting the greatest farm himself. So that's a desperate move on their part, but not even really desperate, but a bold decision that is not paying off as they hoped for. Are they going to be smoking here? They're shaping up as if they might be. There is no vision up here from the Radiant, so sending in illusions, trying to figure out what's going on. Roshan's going to be a 2.5-minute spawn before it's back up. Pretty much one of the longer spawns at this max point, so they think it could be up by now, but obviously as we see, it's not going to be the case. And Resolution will instead push out the top lane with his illusions and keep farming the jungle, so he's making very efficient time towards that butterfly.
Yeah, he already has enough gold for the Eagle Song. This guy is getting out of control really fast. This Empower, on top of his ability to move around the map, is outstripping the Terrorblade, who tends to be that hero that can farm faster than most other carries.
Puck is level 15 now, so there's that Spell Amp talent that we're talking about. 90 damage, but especially in this case, the Spell Amp, of course, makes sense. I want to see a Dagon, man. Where's the Dagon? He's not going Dagon. He's going Lincoln's.
Yeah, there is a Dagon on Yawar, heading
Oh.
for Blink Dagger next.
Nice. Alright, so they do have one. That's Phantom Lancer. Clears out that middle lane, and you can tell both teams, again, they want to do Roshan, waiting for it to be
Radiant's
up.
top tower is under attack.
Still a minute 20. Smoke play. Here we go. J.Storm is going to try to make a move now. Smoked up. Scotty not finished yet on Moo. He's saving up for a buyback right now. He might. I wonder if he's going to purchase it as he walks by here.
Gonna pop.
There's the pop. Here's the jump. Nope. Doppelganger initially. In comes the RP as well from Universe. Pulls the 2 in with the shockwave. Terrorblade pops that Metamorphosis. They're going to lose March off the bat, though. Phantom Lancer doing plenty throughout. Down goes March in the backlines. Brawl with the BKB. He's trying to figure out a target. He can't chase down anyone, though. They don't know who to go for. There's just freaking illusions everywhere. However, the science applied. No resolution. He's fine. Never mind. And now the drain life on Terrorblade eventually gets taken out by Seared right back in. Get over here, he says, and down goes Moo. SVG, false promise. That should keep him alive, I'm guessing. It looks like, yep, back to full life, and yeah, that's a fight successful for the Radiant and Roshan. Still 30 seconds, but they could set up right now.
Yeah, they know Universe is going to sit in there until it does respawn. And even when Terrorblade does come back up, no meta, so firmly in control for gaming now. And honestly, this Terrorblade really doesn't look like that's trying game.
Yeah, it's resolution. The resolution show. I'll bring up here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Can't handle him right now, and you can just tell again. It goes back to just the lack of being able to clear his illusions in that fight. In the primal split, he was running around with the immolation art, you know, trying to do something, but they cannot really find the actual one in the cluster that's going on. And even as a spectator, where we know which Phantom Lancer is real, it's still difficult with all that's happening in those fights. So, only imagine, obviously, if you're trying to figure that out as the other team. Easy Roshan kill, though.
Other than the Terrorblade, the damage is actually quite low on the Dire side. Bryle hasn't really itemized for damage, and you know, Grimstroke not a huge amount of damage coming out from that hero. Brew obviously not, and neither does Spirit Breaker. Damage coming out from the supports is very high. You got Puck with tons of burst, Oracle with lots of burst, Pugna as well. So
yeah,
even without control, they're able to finish off these kills.
Yeah, going back to what you were bringing up earlier, the DK itemization, and again in a moment, maybe okay, going the BKB, but the idea of the Mjolnir makes sense, the Radiance would have made sense. As far as Brewmaster, again, the ambitious decision to try to get him a Radiance. He has 3,300 gold saved up, so he's getting there, but yeah, it feels like it's potentially going to be too late. Now, their base is all still intact, so they got that going for them. Can't overlook that fact, and Terrorblade continues to level up. He's level 18 right now, but man, Phantom Lancer's already 23. Holy shnikes again.
Yeah, this Forev Brewmaster is below the support Puck in net worth. It's just kind of a very low impact game from Forev here. Just doesn't really have a job, it feels like. You know, he's trying to control people, but okay, so he cyclones the Magnus after the RP, it seems like. Universe is very good about his positioning and always seems to be able to get off that spell.
And he also has Guardian Creeps now, too, so even if he gets silenced up, take that right off. There's a big reason for that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They're going to go after the tower and jumping in. Skewer backwards. They catch the DKs. Force the BKB. They put the RP out, though, with the BKB. Might be fine still, although the physical damage of Resolution brings him lower. He is going to get away, however. He got the Primal Split. He's going to lose a Storm Brilliant, however, and now the Earth Brilliant, the only one that's standing. 3 more seconds. He's coming back together. He does get away, but that is the tower. Again, Resolution, he's still feeling very healthy right now. He has the heart kicking in constantly. Spirit Breaker going to be heavy bursted. Dagon to lose for hero through.
Top.
And he just drops. Oh, yeah, you're right. Terrorblade, he's pushing up here. Meanwhile, Skewer away from Universe, but now Universe, he's in trouble. Pugna, it's TPing in. Going to try to save him at the very least. He is going to save for now. Looks like the Crep comes in at the last second, just in case, and Moo has to TP back to base. So Moo gets a little bit of tier 3 tower damage. MSS falls over here, back over here. March. He's still in trouble, although Invis currently. And he's going to stay alive even. So good decision by Moo, it seems like to be. I mean, they lost to tier 3, but that could have been so much worse, it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, that's him just making a call that they can't really fight this Phantom Lancer, so just avoid the fight as much as possible until you can split them up. Almost gets to tier 3. Probably would have liked to claim that since Universe didn't really have a whole lot to offer in terms of actually being able to catch him or stop him from taking the tower, but at the very least, able to get Resolution out of his base momentarily. Play.
Into the racks, Resolution, chasing out Bryo now. Got his Elder Dragon form off. Remember, he still has the Aegis, and a half plus, so he's still feeling comfortable there. Take out the ranged. Forev just trying to slow things down. The Thunderclap skewer backwards. Forev is caught. Drunken Brawler kicking in occasionally. And he's gonna survive, actually.
Shockwave cancels TPs. What?
Did it right there? I didn't notice, actually.
Oh, wait, was he not TPing? It looked like he was TPing.
No, he wasn't TPing. He's still on cooldown. That would, I don't think it does. That would be crazy.
My bad.
Yeah.
TP is off of cooldown. It looked like it was some weird circle.
The ink swell was on him, I think. Kind of thrown off there. Either way, they kill the racks. Level 25 Phantom Lancer. No, he's not there yet. He's almost there, though. And he's actually going to get a late BKB. Figures that'll be the game-finishing item in his mind. After the Aegis wears off.
Yeah, why not? Feels like he can kind of just build whatever he wants at this point.
Well, I think it's for the inevitable Radiance. So, like, by the time the Radiance was actually finished on Brew, he's just going to have a BKB anyways now.
And also to stop the Sunder, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Top shrine has
That's a thing now.
Double damage, about to be picked up by this PL. I wonder if they just go for it.
Never mind. He right-clicks an MKB. So much for that.
Yeah, sees the butterfly on Moo as he shows in the top lane, and Resolution says, "You know what? You can buy whatever you want, buddy, but I am one step ahead of you."
Yeah. He is level 25, so he has a Doppelganger cooldown now. Dagon upgraded by Pugna. Gets it to level 2. Yeah, Magnus just finished a Crimson Guard. As well to go with Guardian Grief, so he's doing his teamwork support. The Ags, still a Pipe Dream on Spirit Breaker. Although he's got the Ogre Axe. So we've seen that a couple of cases with the Axe, the Radiance, the Brewmaster. It's like, the idea's nice, but getting there is the hard part. And clearly, this wasn't a game that was going to give you the most free time to do so.
Yeah, Milan working towards the Hex. He's actually pretty close to having at least 2 pieces of it complete. But again, doesn't really feel like it's going to be enough as Resolution continues to just farm away and really outpace everybody else in this game.
Smoke play from Forward Gaming. Roshan still another 2+ minutes, so Forward not going to force anything here. Their sieging is decent. Of course, they have a Pugna after all. They're wrapping around at the bottom. Going to try to catch March. Puck will just push it out instead. He has spots. They still catch him.
Oh, interesting. Bots on support Puck. Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, they're going to actually get him? It's tough. You don't want to use an RP. Take on, nuke him down. Okay, that's enough. And he's dead for 70. Is that a dieback? It is, yeah. 3.5 minutes still.
Very good control of the map by Forward. Just kind of making sure that they can corral J.Storm into the base. Looks like they're just going to wait for this next Roche unless they can find a good opportunity to take a fight.
Yeah, Forward's playing very safe. Definitely tell that. Obviously, again, goes back to how important everything is here. And a very good team in J.Storm, not wanting to give them any chances, so continues to kind of choke them out rather than just death ball push into the base, which I feel like a lot of teams may potentially have done there after a kill like that. But nope, play patient, wait for Roshan. 50 more seconds before it could spawn, so in the next minute or 2 minutes, ideally it'll be up. Now that means we do have the Radiance on Brewmaster. That Scythe you're talking about on Grimstroke's almost there. Don't need to worry about the Ags on Spirit Breaker, but what about DK? DK's trying to build an MKB as well. He has the gold for it. If a fight kind of commits, he might actually just get it, but of course buyback he wants to save for it too. So waiting a little bit longer does allow for these upgraded items to happen is the point. From forward.
Yeah, wave clear still lacking on J.Storm, however. And PL Illusions still going to do a lot of work, even with this Radiance up. I mean, they're all so tanky. Even with that damage increase in the latest patch, 3,000 HP to cut through, and PL has kind of gone a pretty heavy right-click build with this MKB.
Yeah, Puck, Puck's level 20. He's farming like he was a mid-Puck, really. It's kind of crazy seeing his inventory right now.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Puck has always been one of the fastest wave pushers in the game, so I really do like this boost of travel. It's allowing him to really just kind of keep all the waves shoved out. He's getting tons of farm. He's going for a Hex next, already has the Mystic Staff, and that could really pose some problems for this Terrorblade.
Rezzo's pushing up on him. They're pinging him like crazy. They want to go. In fact, DK does go. He's a tough kill. Universe is going to save the day. The Soul Blight on top, even though the double silence. He has his Guardian Grease. He can't get it off at the time. And he has cheese on top of that, too. He's not going to stay alive, though. Down goes Universe. Resolution by himself currently. Got his BKB off at least. And he will Doppelganger away. And now the supporting cast is here. You see Bryle. That's March actually just melting away. Another Doppelganger use. Resolution is getting low. He turned it back in. False Promise comes out. And he can definitely fight still. Moo, Terrorblade. He's got the BKB wearing off. Resolution still holding his ground. Orca was picked off, and yet another Doppelganger, so he does get healed up coming out of that False Promise. Is it enough, however? Another Doppelganger. Where is more support? The Pugna is here. Throws out the Dagon. Just a constant Doppelganger spam again. They can't kill the real one. The Drain Life, all those canceled by the Doppelganger right there, so it might hurt, but Resolution gets the kill again onto the 4F, and now he's going after Terrorblade. They're Decrepify keeping it alive. He surrounds him, though, with the illusions, and they take out Terrorblade. They're going after Grimstroke to finish the job as well as they do right there.
Is full HP. What a dumb hero.
What
a dumb hero.
I mean,
Resolution knows it too.
That's the heart. What do you mean? That's not the hero. Well, the hero throughout. Yeah, the Doppelganger spam's pretty absurd.
Doppelganger talent. The Oracle False Promise on top of the heart heal, insane. Put him almost back up to like 70% HP.
Yeah. I wonder what Grimstroke meant there, by the way. He saw you typed. He said, "Thank you, Dota 2."
He means PL is a dumb.
Is that what he's talking? Okay. I don't know if like a glitch out or something, but all right, fair enough, fair enough. Anyways, buybacks happening, so it's not over just yet. Soulbind onto PL and Pugna. Heals on up. Double silence. Pugna is dropping. PL, another Doppelganger. No, he's actually out of mana. He does not currently have mana, so he has to run away. The RP and many heroes, but Universe just using it more defensively. Trying to stall things. He might need to. No, he doesn't have a secure. He has cheese still. Mentioned that earlier. He's not going to use it yet again. Figuring that's a lost cause there. So they get many of buybacks. Obviously, the middle is still somewhat good for J.Storm. And they do hold at least.
Regeneration.
But to use one of your phrases, at what cost? 3 buybacks, both the DK and the Terrorblade. Without it, they are going to try and get this Roche, but forward knows, and they're already in position.
Yeah, then Spirit Breaker. Okay, he is going to live. And not the quickest Roche on killing.
No meta for 10 seconds.
No RP threat, but you see Brewmaster, Spirit Breaker, there's PL. He jumps in, he's like, "Moo, I'm going to finish the job. Thank you very much."
Can't cast meta, he has no mana.
Exactly. Mana's burn. Bramble split. That's going to be a dead Brewmaster. No, he still has another one up over here. Storm Brewmaster, Brewling. No, they kill it. And there we go. Rev goes down. He's staying dead for 70 seconds. Back into the Roshan pit. The heal's coming out. And they're going to finish off Roshan for themselves. That's a third Roshan, so that means a refresher shard as well. March, he might try to go for a play, but it's just not going to work.
Refresher shard on to Universe. Double RP online. Aegis on PL. Cheese on the Pugna, who has a full Dagon 5. Yeah, this one's looking pretty rough.
Currently has that BKB in his backpack, of course. No boots. So he's walking only a 338 movement speed right now. But we'll swap in the BKB after the Aegis, of course. Calls for it. They're going to go with this creep wave, and it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe.
March looking to cut.
Okay, smart play. Yeah, they pinged that out immediately. There is a double damager in here, so that's what Phantom Lancer was going back for. Cuts the creep wave somewhat, aggroes it, and it is going to pull, actually. Interesting.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. So it pulls with his charge away. Huh.
That's pretty cool.
That's
play by him.
Yeah, that's a very useful play. However, they get in, backdoor protection not up right now. And they're going to take out the melee racks in the end. Double damage again on resolution. You're seeing it do work. The burst off Brewmaster. He's going to be staying dead if he dies here. And the Inkswell barely keeps him alive. Terrorblade says it's time to go in. Going right after the Oracle with the DK. Oracle getting low. Falls from something. No, pop the face unit. The RP hits a couple. Terrorblade included Spearbreaker as well. But Oracle is going to be fine for now. No, they finally get him taken out. The second RP on top of that. Resolution, though, again, holding his ground, still has the Aegis to burn. Now goes on top of Bryle. The life pools of the Dire side is so low. Nobody's actually dead, though, just yet, to be fair. But, okay, for Rev, he will change that. He finally goes down. And, yeah, Resolution comes back up. The full HP. Good to go. Saw SVG there basically throw out the false promise knowing that he was dead anyways. Might as well. They catch Terrorblade in a scythe, and he's going to end up falling. Maybe a Sunder. No, 10 seconds on cooldown. 110 seconds he's going to be taken out for. Soulbind also on cooldown. Puck dies, but he buys back. Remember, he has the bots. He's coming right back in. Inkswell.
Nice stun by Milan.
Yeah, good timing right there. Not enough in the end, though. Spearbreaker still falls. And I mean, this Dire team's good at surviving for a long time, but it still just doesn't matter. They call GG. And game one will go the way of Forward Gaming.
Death by 1,000 cuts from Resolution's Phantom Lancer here. And just, when it goes back to that, no real tools to deal with this hero. I don't think we're going to see that again.
No. Not going to overlook that hero next game. Pretty much guarantee. And that was a good start for J.Storm. It really was. There was that moment there for a while in the early game where, again, there never was a crazy lead. Resolution was always farming decently, but they had good momentum. Got the early farm on move, but it just, the itemization, I think, is where things started to go a little bit wrong for J.Storm, and Forward Gaming eventually came through. So a couple of good RPs from Universe as well, the farm from MSS on Puck, and SVG, of course, on his Oracle. He was saving heroes left and right, specifically Resolution, constantly in those fights too. So good team effort, and Forwards 1-0 now. Again, best of 3, so 1-0 lead. Still got room to make up, though, if you're J.Storm. Try to force that third game. We're going to find out next what happens. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by Elevated, tuning into the China Major North American Qualifier. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.